are ready to go. Here we are in Bramlage Coliseum for second round action in the NCAA Women's Tournament. Colorado, the number 5 seed with the first possession. Jalen Sherrod with the ball. And Colorado finished tied for 5th in the Pac-12 this year. They lost in the quarterfinals to Oregon State and did not get to host. They want to see if they can make up for that here in Manhattan. Kansas State right away going inside. No, but they will set it up. So much experience in both of these lineups, as we'll see how much that comes into play. Aoka Lee keeping it up high, gets her own rebound. First basket of the game.
Yeah, Von Lee's not going to be able to help. She's got to stay home.
And a traveling call in the backcourt on Colorado.
Well, you see, Kansas State is going to put full court pressure just to delay. They're really concerned about Sherrod going coast to coast.
So it gives Kansas State the basketball. Gabby Gregory coming off a 22-point game in that win over Portland. She and Aoka Lee both over 20 points. First time for Kansas State doing that. 2 players over 20 points in the NCAA tournament since 05. Another paint point for Kansas State.
Yeah, really important for them to establish paint points as well.
Colorado, 17th ranked team in the country. Kansas State, 15th. Frida Foreman missing that. Her next three-pointer she makes will set the all-time record, men's or women's, in Colorado history. Gabby Gregory missing that one. And Colorado with the ball. That's the leading scorer for Colorado on the year. Von Lee, she misses. Welcome to Bramlage Coliseum, a sold-out Bramlage Coliseum for Colorado and Kansas State. First basket of the game for the Buffaloes as Jalen Sherrod, who leads this team, goes coast to coast for the first basket. Kansas State up early 4-2 as they have gone into the paint for their first couple of baskets of the game. It's the 4-5 matchup as the ball is swatted away. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Along with Holly Warlick, I'm Brenda Van Lingen, and we expect both these teams to pound it in the paint. Von Lee going to the bench here, and that means Whitaker into the game to try to defend Aoka Lee, the All-American, inside.
Well, they've got 2 solid post players inside, so that's what they need to do. But K-State is doing a great job of attacking the glass right now.
Gabby Gregory on the inbounds play, drives to give the Wildcats a 4-point lead.
And we'll see Colorado really patient with their offense, trying to get a great look.
Nice pick and roll. Whitaker missing that one. Kansas State finished 3rd place in the Big 12. They lost to Texas in the Big 12 semifinals. Of course, Texas, a number 1 seed. And Whitaker called for the foul, trying to defend Aoka Lee inside. It's just a handful to try to defend Aoka Lee.
Well, Colorado's trying to make sure she doesn't get to the block. And then you see Whitaker just power, just trying to let her. It could have been a takedown.
Wow. I mean, that's like, you want to try to keep her away from the block, and it's just so hard to do. As Gisela Sanchez checks into the game for Gabby Gregory, and K-State will have another inbounds play here early.
Well, I just think Aoka Lee, she's old school. She doesn't stray far from the lane and shouldn't. That's her strength.
Way Miller reaches around, and then Gisela Sanchez ends up picking up the foul for Kansas State, her first. Gisela Sanchez was a player who was out last year. Aoka Lee for Kansas State missed all of last year with a knee surgery that she was recovering from. Sanchez was supposed to play the center position, but she was out as well. So she's been a valuable player for Kansas State this year. as you're just joining us, Colorado, one of their first 5 here on the road in Manhattan. Miller spins at 1 for their first 6.
Colorado's going to really have to look for some outside scoring because Lee is taking up so much room defensively in the paint. Hard to get a shot off around the basket.
Sanchez, no on the three-pointer. Well, these are 2 programs that were once conference rivals back in the old Big 8 conference and Big 12. Then, of course, Colorado has been in the Pac-12 since the 2011-12 season, but next year, Colorado will be coming back to the Big 12, so these 2 teams will be conference opponents once again next year.
You gotta love it. And 2 very similar teams. They quick, they press, get up and down.
And a whistle and another foul called on Charlotte Whitaker. It's her 2nd, and she'll be replaced by Aaronette Vonleh. And Whitaker is trying to make her case, and J.R. Payne says go back to the bench.
Yeah. Well, I think she's trying to understand what she's exactly doing. And she doesn't, she needs to stop fouling.
We've got Lee set up in that lob position she likes so well. Couldn't score at that time.
That's just a miss because it was wide open. There was no help side on the backside.
A slow start on the road. Nice reverse spin by Quay Miller.
Nice. Pull Lee away from the basket and it just posted up the other forward.
Miller was all Pac-12 honorable mention this year. She was all Pac-12 last year. As a missed three-pointer from Jalen Glenn, one of the Glenn twins for Kansas State. Miller going to go to work on Sanchez, bullying her way in. She is fouled, and she will be at the free throw line when we come back. Had a little bit of a slide at the end of the season.
Well, I think it speaks volumes of how powerful both conferences are. Very difficult, got a lot of teams in. And so just weathered the storm. And I know Colorado would have wanted to host, but K-State got that opportunity.
Quay Miller, you saw her dad in the crowd as she makes both free throws to tie the game up. We're in the first quarter here at Bramlage Coliseum. We're sold out for this great 4-5 matchup between former conference foes and now future conference foes, as K-State will inbound it from the sideline. Ziona Walker into the game for Kansas State. Kendall Wetta as well as Sadler in the game for Colorado. Kendall Wetta, a terrific defensive player, had her career high in points in the first round win over Drake. There's Gabby Gregory, 5 on the shot clock.
Nice D.
And a shot clock violation.
Yeah, great defense. Getting out, denying the pass in the lanes, pushing K-State away from the basket, and causing a forced turnover.
Wetta with that career high 16 points. You know, we talked to J.R. Payne this weekend here in Manhattan. She just says Kendall Wetta is the best defensive player I've ever coached, and she just needs to do what she does well. And then all she does is come through and get a career high in points as the ball is tied up down low, and it will be Kansas State possession arrow.
Now, I like what Colorado's trying to do. They're trying to go inside. They just pick and roll here. You got to throw it high because Kansas does a great job of getting their hands on, K-State does a great job of getting their hands on the basketball.
Colorado picking up full court. Ziona Walker, the redshirt freshman, transferred from Louisville after not playing her first year. She's from Wichita, Kansas. She's there with the basketball. Gabby Gregory playing in her last game here at Bramlage Coliseum. Throws that one away, not high enough to Aoka Lee. Here comes Sherrod. She will go in a hurry, but Lee blocked the shot. And with that blocked shot, K-State now has set a career record for a season's block shot as a team. And then how about that? Wow. As an exclamation point, Aoka Lee sticks it in.
Yeah, I love, Coach Mitty wanted him to attack the glass, attacking the and then Aoka Lee's just cleaning up the mess and making an easy 2. Yeah, and so Lee Sherrod just can't take it in that far. Lee does a great job of using her arms, long length, and then attacking the basket, just cleans up that missed shot.
And off the inbounds play, Frida Foreman hits a jumper from the baseline and ties it back up. I mean, that's what you want to do with this big crowd, this sold-out crowd. Hit those shots to quiet the crowd in these moments.
Yeah, you need to. Just the crowds can get you as pumped up and as excited when you're away as you are at home.
Vonleh with some great defense, not allowing Aoka Lee to touch the ball inside. 5 turnovers now for Kansas State. Vonleh is the leading scorer on the year for Colorado. She misses that one. Serena Sundell with the block out and rebound.
I like the look pulling Aoka Lee away from the basket.
Gabby Gregory has the ball get away from her. Good defense from Sarah Rose Smith, the transfer from Missouri, who is in the game. Let's take a look again.
Well, we're just Gregory attacking the basket. Good job. I love the no call. I love the no call. This is a physical game. Let them play it out.
These teams very used to playing in physical conferences. The Pac-12, the Big 12. Sundell missing that one. Nolan, the transfer from Michigan.
Yes.
That's what she does. She is number 9 in the country. 45% from three-point range.
Great cut.
And a strong drive to the basket from Gabby Gregory. She's fouled by Vonleh. That's her first foul.
Just a great cut to the basket. A little give and go. Gives it to Lee. Lee had nowhere to go, and Gregory makes a good cut. Doesn't stand, cuts off the ball. Headed to the free throw line.
Gabby Gregory at the free throw line. All Big 12 honorable mention this year. Last year, when Aoka Lee was out for the season, she was all Big 12 first team. Her points are down, but her assists are up with Aoka Lee back. Well, for the 4th straight year, every NCAA Women's Championship game is on the networks of ESPN. For more information, go to NCAA.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships, as Gabby Gregory makes both free throws. What a tournament. There are so many great games today and tomorrow in the second round. Already off to a good start on the day. Freeman missing. Foreman, Frida Foreman with that miss. Duke got the victory. Big upset over Ohio State.
Big upset, and that was in Columbus, Ohio.
81-77, so what a win. And this Colorado team beat Duke last year on their home court to advance to the Sweet 16. So Duke returned the favor to Ohio State this year. Nolan, another three-point attempt, got it.
Colorado does a great job of finding who is hot, and Nolan is hot. That's 2 threes in a row for her.
Inside, the drive to the basket, Jalen Glenn gets some point paints for Kansas State. We're under a minute to go in the first quarter. Pulling Lee out away from the basket. Vonleh has a shot blocked.
And I like Vonleh attacking the basket. She's got to go a little quicker. Got to try to get her around Lee, but I like that attack. She had anywhere to go. Got to go towards the basket a little bit more, but Lee does a great job of blocking the shot.
9 seconds on the shot clock. No points so far from Vonleh. She's 0 for 3, the leading scorer on the year for Colorado. 3 on the shot clock, and a turnover as Quay Miller stepped on the sideline. Talk about the experience for Colorado. Sherrod, Quay Miller, Maddie Nolan, all fifth-year seniors playing in what could be their last game, trying to advance to back-to-back Sweet 16s. Kansas State hasn't been to the Sweet 16 since 2002 as a program. 5 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Sundell floater, got it! All tied up at the end of the first quarter. Once today, and the crowd really gets into it. They love Gabby the Goat. We're ready to start the second quarter here in Manhattan, Kansas. It's all tied up between the Buffaloes and the Wildcats. Sherrod shifts gears and goes right to the rim and draws the foul. Serena Sundell picks up her first foul.
Well, I think since Aoka Lee is out, Sherrod's going to go all the way to the basket, attack the basket, just challenge the defense, and she did a great job in drawing the foul.
There's Aoka Lee on the bench. You know she won't stay there too long. As Sherrod misses the first free throw. Sherrod on the year, 13 points a game. She's all Pac-12. She is a fifth-year starter. Her grandma and mom are here in attendance. She grew up in Birmingham, Alabama, and wanted to go to a program where she could make a difference. And she certainly has, as she has led Colorado to 3 straight NCAA tournaments, including the Sweet 16 last year.
She's been a great leader, just a smart young lady. Is going to get her last degree, 4 degrees. Just plays hard with a lot of heart, a lot of effort.
Working on 2 master's degrees, how about that? Pressure on the ball for Colorado, making it tough to go inside. Good ball reversal, and then Lee leaves it short. Another good defense inside by Colorado.
Absolutely, pushed her off of the block.
Nolan misses that one. She already has hit a couple of three-pointers. Sherrod lines up for 3. Miller all over the offensive board. That's what she does for Colorado.
Yeah, and smart, kick it out. She was going to get ready to go up against Lee. Kick it out and give it Colorado another possession.
Shot clock winding down, backdoor cut, Weta, extra pass, in trap. That's Aoka Lee's defensive presence.
Oh, it's her presence, no question. Because normally they would go up and have a reverse layup, but smart, but kick it out to a shooter.
Taryn Sides, the freshman, into the game, over to Glenn, too strong. And so far, Kansas State has not hit a three-pointer. Baseline look, too strong. We've had subs in and out for both teams trying to settle in. You know this is just going to be a battle throughout. As both coaches are so good at making adjustments, we're just going to see it throughout the game. Taryn Sides, got it! First three-pointer of the game for K-State.
It's going to be a little chess match. If Lee comes out, then Von Lee's probably going to come out. So they're both just going back and forth, using their bench a lot, both teams.
Didn't take the shot, Weta. And Von Lee still scoreless as she's 0 for 4. But the ball reversal to the freshman, big shot for a freshman.
It was a big shot and just left her open, really poised, really calm, knocks it down.
And her dad actually tweeted the other day that he is going to be retiring from being a boys basketball coach out in Phillipsburg, Kansas, so that he can come watch Taryn Sides games throughout her next 3 years. Gabby Gregory got it.
K-State doing a great, attacking the basket, ball reversal, kicking it out, open threes.
7 points for Gabby Gregory, coming off that 22-point game and the win over Portland, and a turnover for Colorado.
So it's just a ball move. They kick it out. Gabby Gregory, you just cannot leave her open. She's going to knock that shot down.
And she actually decided on the goat for the gap goat. We just saw the student managers for Kansas State waving that goat, so they got another gap goat, and it was Gabby that was responsible for deciding they were going to use a goat, because she loves goats.
Love it.
And she loves the driving late. You saw her pump her fist there, and a timeout called by Colorado. An 8-0 run for the Wildcats as they have their biggest lead of the game. Thank you. Yeah, Duke advancing to their first Sweet 16 since 2008 with that win over the number 2 seed, Ohio State. What a win.
Gabby Gregory's three's looking like some Nikki Fargus out there shooting the three.
I love it. Nice drive to the basket for Frida Foreman, who scores on the opposite side. That breaks the 8-0 run Kansas State is on, draws them within 5. Riley Glenn, and Aoka Lee gets the rebound sitting on the floor, and it's a jump ball that will stay on this end.
She can do that.
Yeah.
So she gets tangled. Aoka Lee gets a little tangled up and got it.
She's got such long arms, she just reached out from the floor and grabbed it. Good hustle by both teams there. Aoka Lee, 2 of 5 from the floor, held to just 4 points so far. Leading scorer for Colorado, Vonleh, 0 for 4. So we knew it would be a battle of post play, and they've kind of neutralized each other so far.
And Lee has really stayed in the paint. Vonleh's had to come out, and she's taken a couple of jumpers at the free throw line.
Taryn Sides hit that first three-pointer for K-State coming off the bench. Somehow that pass got through to Riley Glenn.
Great reversal, trying to get the ball to one side, pivots, and the defense was starting to shift and gave the opportunity for an easy two.
Too strong for Sadler, and Lee rebounds it.
I like that look by Sadler. Just didn't go in, but I like that screen and roll.
Taryn Sides missing that one. Let's look back at Taryn Sides setting up that pass to Riley Glenn.
Just reverses, gets the defense to shift, puts the ball on the money. And really easy bucket for her.
Ziana Walker into the game. Serena Sundell comes back for Kansas State. Colorado has Kendall Wetta at the point guard position, shifting Sherrod over to the wing. Tamia Sadler, number 2 in the game for Colorado as well. Sherrod so quick to the basket. Cut off by Sundell that time. Quay Miller.
Vonleh's got to go to the basket.
5 seconds on the shot clock. 3. Miller goes up. Got it.
Love that. Colorado doesn't panic. They get the ball down in the shot, deep in the shot clock, and they just keep grinding, keep playing.
I mean, that's the experience of this team. As Sherrod knocks that one out of bounds, and we've got a timeout on the floor. Kansas State up by 5. 4:44 remaining in the second quarter. Played Iowa twice this year. They split, and they've beaten them twice in the last 3 times. As K-State with a nice inbound play to set up Eliza Maupin on that shot.
Just threw it up. Maupin went to get it. Love it. Set play.
So whether it's Iowa or West Virginia, Iowa, of course, the number 1 seed, as Vonleh finally gets her first basket of the game for Colorado. But it's going to be interesting because this Colorado team has some big wins. They knocked out the defending national champion LSU at the beginning of the year. They have wins over Stanford, over USC as well. They have big wins, but so has Kansas State. So you know whoever comes out of this pod is going to make whichever their next opponent is look over their shoulder as another three-pointer goes down for K-State.
Yeah, two really experienced teams that have played a lot of basketball, started young as freshmen, and now they're seniors and juniors, and so a lot of experience right now.
Biggest lead of the game for the Wildcats. Kendall Wetta knocks down a three. Big shot for Colorado.
Really smart. Vonleh now is posting up because Ayoka Lee's out, and they were a little concerned about her, and then they knocked down the three.
So Kansas State snuck Eliza Maupin into the game for Lee on that last inbounds. That was her first time in the game, and she got that inbounds pass. And how about that? Serena Sundell hits the three and is fouled, has a chance for a 4-point play.
Wow. Sundell just wide open. You just cannot leave her open.
Serena Sundell, all Big 12 first-teamer. She shoots 54% from the field, and she's a guard. She's a point guard, and she shoots 54% from the field. And add to that 37% from three-point range. So just a tremendous shooter. And she completes the 4-point play.
She gets set, Brenda. She doesn't move her feet. She knows what you're going to do. She takes, people fly at her. She makes and finishes the shot.
Vonleh, beautiful position.
Great pass. Drake Nolan put it where she needed to put it. Vonleh just pivots, gets the two.
Kansas State was a little cold from three-point range early. They missed their first three from distance, but they're 4 of their last 5. And Sundell has it stripped by Sherrod. Watch out.
Watch out.
Sherrod is going to come all the way to the rim and draw the foul. She is so fast.
This is the first time she's really gotten out in the lane. But then you see Nolan, Lee's out. What do? What they're supposed to do, get the ball inside.
Vonleh with that score, but Jalen Sherrod at the free throw line. There's Ayoka Lee checking back in. Sherrod, you see that mask on her face? She broke her nose second to the last game of regular season against Washington. Went out, only played 18 minutes in that game, ended up having to come back in that game because Washington was closing in the fourth quarter and had to play after she had just broken her nose.
She looks a little bit like a superhero.
She is a superhero.
She is.
Absolutely. Yeah, she draws Colorado within 5. Will over skill is the mantra for Jalen Sherrod. She is all over Serena Sundell.
Quick hands.
Gabby Gregory is pushed from behind by Sarah Rose Smith.
Yeah, and Rose just needs to get up towards the ball a little bit more. Just a little bit of an unnecessary foul. Got to call it was too physical.
Sarah Rose Smith with her first foul. It's the 3rd team foul for Colorado in the quarter. Vonleh with another steal. Here comes Sherrod. Watch out. Nolan, three-pointer up and good. And Kansas State has to call a timeout as Colorado on a 7-0 run. Big answer for the Buffaloes.
Well, it started with Vonleh making the steal right here. Great move, athletic move, saves it, gives it to your jet there, Sherrod. And it comes in, look how many people Sherrod draws, kicks it out to Nolan for the three.
Maddie Nolan, the transfer from Michigan. This is her first year with Colorado. She was a 2-year starter for Michigan, number 24 for Colorado. And she was a part of their NCAA tournament run. She was teammates with Naz Hillman when they went to the Elite Eight a couple of years ago. Last year, they advanced to the second round. She has a lot of NCAA experience. And in this game, she is 3 for 5 from three-point range with 9 points.
Well, Sherrod's really drawing a lot of attention attacking the basket, and Nolan's just trailing. They're leaving her wide open. Smart point guards get it to the open player, and Nolan's knocked a couple of threes down in transition.
So a 7-0 run for Colorado, followed up an 8-0 run that Kansas State had. And then a foul inside on Aoka Lee, and she reaches down and pulls Jamia Harris up off the floor after the foul.
She about looked like she was gonna flip Harris over her shoulder.
And you see her teammates.
She lifted her up like, bounced up like toast.
Like, you were in my way, so I'm sorry I fouled you, but I'm gonna pull you up off the floor anyway.
My bad.
Lee picks up her first foul, but she has not scored here in the second quarter. Nolan can't get that one to go. And Riley Glenn chases it down.
Nice look.
Jalen Glenn, number 3. So the twin sisters, Jalen is number 3, Briley is number 5 there in the corner. They're 3-year starters for Kansas State along with Serena Sundell. And another turnover. Von Lay is making it so difficult to go inside the lead.
It shows her foot speed, her footwork, and the only way, you got to deny Lee the basketball. You can't let her deep bury you, and Von Lay's doing a great job of getting around and getting the steal.
She's got 6 now, Von Lay, and she ties it up. A 9-0 run for Colorado.
Nice defense.
Von Lay gets a hand on it again. Crowd not happy that Aoka Lee went to the floor, but that's just 2 strong post players battling inside.
Von Lay's doing a great job of getting around and getting your hand on the ball.
Nice pass inside, but it was tied up by Serena Sundell. It will stay on this end. Possession arrow, 7 seconds. Von Lay, great defense and offense.
Yeah, she's just doing a great job of getting out in the passing. Her footwork, she's so quick, Brenda, to get around. And here she just goes, she didn't touch her. Aoka Lee got off balance a little bit.
Von Lay has 7 steals in this game already. That's a career high. She has used her quickness to get around Lee and deny the passes inside. 5 on the shot clock. Foreman puts the ball on the floor, flips it up overhead, no good. And Kansas State could get the last shot of the half here with just 12 seconds remaining. Gabby Gregory has it almost stripped away, but Sherrod commits the foul. Gabby Gregory holding the side of her face. That's her first foul. So 2 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, just came across. Ooh, tough call.
Looks like they banged cheeks together.
Yeah, they did.
All right, so 2 seconds on the clock here in the second quarter. Kansas State had their biggest lead of the half when they were up by 9. Colorado comes back with a 9-0 run to tie it up. And Kansas State with a chance here to take the lead before halftime.
You got to lob it into the...
And it's knocked out of bounds, 1.1. What were you looking for, lob for what?
Yeah, I would anticipate lobbing for Lee. You don't have a lot of time. You got to catch and shoot.
1.1 seconds now. Sundell off the body of Colorado. What a play by Serena Sundell. She threw the ball off the Colorado defender, grabbed it, scored, and was fouled. The foul called on McLeod. Watch this play by Sundell. Are you kidding me?
That's just heads-up basketball. foul. Smart. That's not even in the playbook.
After the foul call, we have a timing error. The play is under review.
Never put your back to the basketball.
And you probably heard from our official there, Tiffany Bird, saying there was a timing error. So they're going to go back and check to see if, in fact, the ball, she got the shot up, because the clock should have started when the ball hit the back of the Colorado defender. So did she actually have 1.1 seconds to put that ball in? Our officials today, Tiffany Bird, Michael McConnell, Brian Garland, they are taking a look.
Well, regardless, it was a heads-up basketball play. Very simple. Somebody puts the back to the ball, you just throw it off their back. Bounce.
So they're going to have to figure out when the clock should have started, because it should have started the moment that it hit the backside of McLeod. It didn't start, and how many tenths of a second did it go? So this is a crucial play, because if the basket counts, Serena Sundell will go to the free throw line for a potential three-point play.
Yeah, the clock has to start when it hits her back, and so the officials are going to have to determine from the time she hit it off her back. So the clock is shot right there. So it should start.
And it slowed down there, so you saw the tenths of a second click off, so it started shortly after that. So they'll look at it in real time to figure out what it is that should be on the clock. Did she get the shot off in time? So again, let's set this up. Kansas State had led by 9. Colorado went on a 9-0 run to tie it up. Colorado deflected the ball out of bounds with 2 seconds left, and then with 1.1 seconds remaining, Sundell throws it off the back of McLeod, grabs it, scores, and is fouled. And the referees are taking a look at it right now. They are actually using a stopwatch to determine exactly if she got the shot off in time. This is a critical play.
Yeah, Brenda, I get, sometimes I don't enjoy the officials going to the table and taking so long, but this is crucial.
After review, the game clock will be adjusted to .1, and we will resume play with free throws. Thank you.
So in fact, they determined that she did get the shot off in time. So the basket counts, and Serena Sundell will go to the free throw line with 0.1 seconds on the clock.
Colorado foul number 25, first personal foul, fourth foul.
Serena Sundell with 11 points, 4 of 5 from the field. She's already made a couple of three-pointers and a free throw, and she leads all scorers, and she has a chance here with 0.1 remaining after maybe the play of the tournament so far. Doesn't complete the three-point play, and that'll do it, but Kansas State leads by 2 here at Bramlage Coliseum. That Holly talked about. Colorado's 4 of 12. That's Maddie Nolan over on the right side of the screen. She's 3 for 6. She is leading the way for Colorado here in the first half with 9 points. So Kansas State with the first possession of the second half. The winner will advance to the Regional 2 in Albany. They will play the winner of Iowa and West Virginia, who plays tomorrow, as Frida Foreman with a shot block.
Yeah, and it comes in, and Glenn just comes in, and perfect timing for Foreman to block the shot.
And you see in the background, Gabby Gregory is holding her eye somewhere in that play, got hit in the face. She's trying to gather herself. Gabby Gregory had a terrific first half as well, 9 points, playing in her last game at Bramlage Coliseum. Aoka Lee again has that one swatted away. This time there were 2 defenders, and there's only 3 seconds on the shot clock for K-State. there's where Gabby Gregory got hit. The Quay Miller reached in. Okay, only 3 seconds on the shot clock. The lob inside gets knocked away again. And we're gonna see they checked with the official scorer. They did turn on the clock and shut it off. It may be intense, you don't see it on the screen. Nice cut and nice pass to set up the shot for Briley Glenn.
Yeah, just a little misdirection and then comes across on the backside of the basket for an easy bucket.
So if you weren't with us in the first half, Kansas State led by as many as 9. Colorado came back with a 9-0 run. Kansas State scored right before the half, and then Kansas State scored on their first possession. Nolan picks up her first foul there, and Kansas State will inbound it on the baseline.
I like they pulled Lee out and Sherrod attacked the basket, missed the layup, and Nolan, it's too far away from the basket. You would have let that go.
Kansas State on their home court as a number 4 seed. And that's blocked again by Vonleh. Miller going to work on Gabby Gregory, double teamed, kicks it out.
Great help by Lee.
Vonleh gonna put it on the floor.
Yeah, that is not happening.
And a jump ball, possession arrow stays here. Colorado with 7 on the shot clock.
You got to pull Lee away from the basket a little bit more if you're going to attack her. And Lee, she's so big and strong and lengthy. Just does a great job of going straight up. That's tough to score over.
Aoka Lee is the all-time shot blocker in K-State history, as on the inbounds play, Foreman was fouled by Gabby Gregory. That's her first. And it was on the shot, so it will send Frida Foreman, the 5'11" senior from Denmark, to the free throw line. Honorable mention, all Pac-12. Makes the first free throw, a 92% free throw shooter. Her mom and dad here from Denmark. Her dad was the coach of the Danish national team and coached her mom. Her sisters also have played on the Danish national team. And they are here in Manhattan, Kansas, cheering on Frida. As Frida makes both free throws, she's got 6 points on the day. Miller with a steal to Sherrod. And she is fouled by Serena Sundell.
Boy, Colorado does a great, they're getting in the passing lanes and then attacking the basket. Sherrod drawing the foul.
So that's the second foul on Sundell. Colorado already has 10 steals in this game.
I can't say enough about their anticipation, their footwork, getting around the player, not fouling on the pass to the offensive player. So great job defensively.
Jalen Sherrod at the free throw line makes the first. 78% free throw shooter. She is 3rd in the Pac-12 in assists per game. She leads Colorado with 13 points per game, and she completes that free throw and has 7 as her mom and grandmother look on. All tied up here in Manhattan, Kansas. Aoka Lee working hard to try to establish position against Aaronette Vonleh, and she finally touches the ball.
Great pass. Lee was really smart at lifting a little bit to the middle, and ball found her, and easy 2.
Lee averages over 20 points a game, just 6 so far. She didn't score in the second quarter. That's her first here in the third. Glenn with a steal. Sherrod chases her down, and then Glenn misses, and a foul called on Jalen Glenn. She was disrupted by the speed and hustle of Sherrod.
That was just a burst out of a cannon to come in and save the easy 2-point layup. Wow.
What hustle from Jalen Sherrod. Miller says shoot it.
Yeah.
I love it. Quay Miller was posting up, but she looked at Jalen Sherrod and she said shoot it, shoot it. So let's look back at that defense by Sherrod.
Yeah. Wow. That was, she started off from the free throw line on this end.
Miller picks up her second foul. A jump ball, possession arrow, Kansas State. This Colorado team is a great defensive team. When you look at what they've done in the Pac-12, they're number 2 in the Pac-12 with just under 10 steals a game. They're number 2 in turnovers forced and number 3 in turnover margin, and they are bringing their defense to disrupt the Wildcats.
They just play with great position. They play with their feet, they play with their hands.
Sundell misses that 3. And then Sherrod pushes in transition. Maddie Nolan! She had 3 3-pointers in the first half, the transfer from Michigan. Quay Miller going to work, double team, blocked. Quay Miller looking, good patience pass, Miller, and Sherrod finishes.
Quay Miller, very smart, gets the block, comes in, collects herself. Look at the D, great D, no foul, collects, doesn't go up. Yeah, you can't go up. And then a basket cut, and Sherrod just goes side to side, and she's so good at just lateral movement as well.
Jalen Sherrod, as we look at Miller, just a terrific amount of patience to deliver that. Sherrod was trained by Otis Leverett, a former NFL player, and she just plays with a toughness. Look at her top speed this season, over 17 miles an hour. We saw that on display when she chased down Glenn. And then Vonleh almost gets a rebound, but Ayoka Lee knocks it off her leg. Hustle plays by both teams.
Every possession counts. And it's all on the line, and both these teams are playing so hard, on both ends of the court.
This game has been tied 6 times. Kansas State, this program has not been to the Sweet 16 in over 2 decades, since 2002. Jeff Mittie, 0-3 in this game in his time as the head coach for Kansas State. They are looking to get to that next round. Sundell passes, Glenn at the shot clock buzzer, too long.
Good look, great look.
Colorado, on the other hand, they advanced to the Sweet 16 just last year. They did that on the road at Duke, and they want to do that on the road today in Manhattan, Kansas.
And that's about as clean as a look as Vonleh's going to get right now, just about 5 feet away from the basket, face up, because she's really struggling right now to score over Ayoka Lee.
See what's at stake? Nice post up by Quay Miller. Jalen Glenn all by herself, and they're going to call a foul on Sanchez, her 3rd.
You know, a lot of people don't like that call, but it's the right call. She set herself up, and the offense seems to not see the defense in front of them. And right there, you got to call the play.
Sherrod, and there's Sherrod using her quickness again, right? She just hustled over, got right in front of her to draw that foul.
She helped the official out too. She had the charge sign laid on the floor. What a competitor.
Kansas State already with 5 team fouls here in the 3rd quarter, and we're not even to the 5-minute mark. Vonleh trying to go to work on Lee. Lee has 2 fouls, and she disrupts that one.
Lee's presence it makes you adjust your shot, and you don't get a clean look.
Sundell sees the right side of the lane open, and Sherrod picks up the foul this time. That's her 2nd foul.
Substitution.
Looks like she got popped. Yeah. Oh.
A foul called on Sherrod. You see that mask. And we got a good tip from our colleague Shimmy Gray Miller. I love this. That mask was actually designed by a former women's basketball player from Virginia Tech that went to the Final Four last year. Taylor Guyman designed and engineered that mask. We're going to take a break on the court as the officials take a look. We're all tied up here in Manhattan. 5:15 remaining in the third quarter. Tied up 39-39 here in the third quarter in Manhattan. Right before the break, a foul was called on Sherrod. And let's bring in our rules analyst, Lisa Mattingly, who has officiated 18 Final Fours. The foul was called on Sherrod, but the officials are going to take a look. What are they looking for specifically?
Hey, Brenda and Holly. Hey, they're looking to see if this is unnecessary, just as you so aptly described, Brenda. And I do think this is intentional. I think they may upgrade this because it's an unnecessary act. It doesn't seem to be in the natural move. See how high that elbow, that hand gets. So I think they may come away with an intentional foul here, which will be a personal foul, 2 shots, and the ball back to the team at the midcourt line.
But Lisa, they won't take away the foul on Sherrod. That still is in place, the common foul on Sherrod, correct?
That's right. They do not take that foul away. So if there were a penalty, for instance, if they were in the bonus, they would shoot those free throws, and then they would go to the intentional foul, and then they would go to the possession at midcourt to the offended team.
All right, we appreciate you very much, Lisa Mattingly. And actually, I want you to know, Holly Warlick agrees with you.
That's a first.
Yeah, I got my stripes on right now.
Awesome. I'm going to get you that T-shirt.
She's referring.
Yeah, officials are humans too.
Thank you, Lisa. All right, so you and I had talked about it during the break. That's exactly what you thought. You thought it would be upgraded to an intentional foul on Sundell, and that's what Lisa Mattingly has confirmed. Now the officials here will see if that's what they come to. Tiffany Bird, Michael McConnell, Brian Garland are in fact discussing that right now.
Yeah, just comes a little high with the elbow and just follows through just a little bit and hits her square on the nose, and I think you've got to call that foul.
After review, the contact by White 4 has been upgraded to an intentional foul. So Colorado will receive 2 free throws and the ball at midcourt. The common foul on Black 0 still stands.
Great explanation by Tiffany Bird, and that's exactly what Lisa Mattingly told us. That's why we have Lisa Mattingly to advise us. We love that on this year's NCAA tournament. She has such experience, and she's able to bring that perspective, even though Holly already knew it. But, you know, we'll take the expertise from Lisa Mattingly. And so you heard from Lisa Bird, our official there. The foul on Sherrod stands. That's her second. So the intentional foul on Serena Sundell actually is her third foul. So the intentional foul counts as her third foul. So there will be 2 free throws shot by Colorado, and then they will get the ball at the point of interruption at half court. So Maddie Nolan has been selected to shoot the 2 free throws because on an intentional foul you can select, because Sherrod actually had to go out also after she was popped in the face. And Maddie Nolan makes both free throws. First lead for Colorado with those free throws since they led 15-14 in the second quarter. And they get the ball. Sadler into the game. They kick out. Nolan with the quick release, in and out, and Sanchez with a board.
Yeah, I like the ball movement. I like the shot selection from Nolan.
it's so fun that it's been a long time since these two have been rivals. They played in the Big 8 conference back in the day against one another. They played in the Big 12. They have not played since 2011. And there's already a rivalry forming, right, in this game. You can feel a rivalry because so much is on the line. Aoka Lee just picked up her 3rd foul. We're going to take a break as Colorado leads by 2.
She's been outstanding today. Just a talent, leads her team, plays hard, doesn't leave anything on the court.
She wanted to come to a program where she could make a difference, and she certainly has as the leader on this team. 3 NCAA tournaments in a row as we come back to action. Vonleh making her free throw. And that gives her 7 points. These are her first attempts at the free throw line. She's 3 of 10 from the field. She and Aoka Lee, the All-American from Kansas State, have been going at it, and Kansas State in a little bit of foul trouble, and both Sundell and Lee on the court. Lee missing that layup after Kansas State finally able to get her the ball.
Yeah, that was a great look. Just shot it a little short.
It's been a battle on the post as Vonleh and Aoka Lee, 2 strong post players, have really made it tough on one another. And Lee, with 3 fouls, goes up and blocks that one. Risky for Kansas State.
Yeah, I've said it again, Vonleh, she's got to either take that jumper or kick it out, because she's not going to go one-on-one with Lee and probably 9 times out of 10 shoot over her.
All-time shot blocker in K-State history is Aoka Lee. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Quay Miller pulls up, missing. And what a hustle play from Kendall Weta, because Lee rarely brings the ball down and didn't bring it down too far, but Weta was right there to grab it.
Yeah, great. Just she pursues the ball, but brings it down, and that's what little pesky guards do. They tie you up.
Little pesky guard.
Pesky. Were you a pesky guard?
No, I was kind of a forward, but I just was out there to shoot.
You were a shot blocker.
I didn't play much defense at all, to be honest. How about that move by Tamia Sadler, and gives Colorado a 5-point advantage. You, on the other hand, Holly, I had a little research done on you, and I don't even know if you know this or not, but in your career as an assistant coach, associate head coach, and head coach for Tennessee, as Lee gets a nice little hook shot, you, in the NCAA tournament, you had 116 wins against 27 losses. That is a hell of a career, my friend,
well,
and
as
I'm
a player,
so glad you're by my side.
That's a player, you're real smart, you figure out who to get the ball to. Trish Roberts, Cindy Brogdon, I mean, you figure it out.
And a foul come in, but that's your coaching record. You were a part of so many great teams at the University of Tennessee. You know what it's all about to win in these NCAA tournament games. And what are you seeing right now from Colorado that's given them the lead?
Well, first of all, I had a great opportunity to play and coach under Pat Summitt. So, look, great teacher. And it's just, you got to keep your composure here. This game is a game of runs. And so are you going to weather the runs? Or are you just going to panic and let that other team just keep going? So we need to see what K-State's going to do with this opportunity.
Sundell short on that shot attempt. She had 11 points in the first half, hasn't scored in the second half. And a quick basket by Tamia Sadler, biggest lead of the game for the Buffaloes.
Now that's how you score against Lee. You attack her. She didn't even have time to turn around.
And a timeout for Kansas State. And the contingent of Colorado fans that have made their way from the Buffaloes from Boulder, Colorado, are on their feet behind the bench. They have seen this Colorado team outscore K-State 15-6 here in the third quarter.
Well, Colorado's done a great job of amping up their defense and then finishing it with a rebound. And then they attack. They've really got into the open floor and attacked the basket.
Here are today's star stories brought to you by Honda. Vonleh, 7.7 steals. On the other side, Sundell leading the way with 11 points, but it's been, to me, a Sadler that scored the last 6 points for Colorado.
Yeah, she has stepped up and been huge on this run, and this run started with the foul that was called on Sherrod.
Yeah, Serena Sundell's been involved with some really interesting plays in this game. Let's talk about that. She was fouled on a three-point shot. As Colorado gets the steal, they're going to get another layup. No, good hustle by Sundell, and then a foul called on Sadler.
Oh, wow.
Boy, a missed opportunity for K-State. And that's going to be a free throw as Kansas State's in the bonus.
Yeah, great hands on the ball and attacking, and probably should have come on the right side of the basket. Just comes over her back.
So Sadler picks up the foul. Walker's at the free throw line. I'm going to go back to Sundell real quick. Serena Sundell had a three-point shot that she was fouled on in the first half, so she had a 4-point play. She also had a play at the end of the second quarter where she threw the ball off of the defender, it bounced back to her, and she scored right before halftime to give Kansas State the lead. But here in the third quarter, she gets that intentional foul call when Sherrod reaches in on her, and that kind of swung the momentum back to Colorado. So she's been involved in some really key plays in this game.
And should. I mean, she was open. They left her, Colorado left her open early, and then they figured out a way how to stop her in this third quarter.
Block shot by Lee. Gabby Gregory airmailed that one. Gabby Gregory made a three-pointer in the first half. She's got 9, second behind Serena Sundell in this game. Aoka Lee has 8 for K-State. Into the game for the Buffaloes, Frida Foreman, who has 6 points. Real balanced scoring right now for Colorado as they're led by Maddie Nolan with 11. Sadler using the screen.
Yeah, really smart. They needed pulling Lee out. They needed somebody to hit that little mid-range jumper.
8-point lead for Colorado, their largest of the game. Aoka Lee kicks it out to Walker. Walker, no.
I like the look, got a good look.
Sadler, with the ball in her hands, has scored the last 8, and she assists on that one.
Great job of Von Lee burying Aoka Lee in the paint, doing her work before the ball got there. That's what made it easy. Besides that, she hasn't been able to get a shot off inside.
Aoka Lee calling for the ball inside, trying to work hard on Von Lee. Under a minute to go in the third quarter. The Buffaloes with a 10-point lead. A trip to the Sweet 16 on the line. Inside out, no. Walker missing the last 2 shots for the Wildcats, both from three-point range.
Smart play. Colorado pulled it out. Use the clock.
Got a 12-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Sundell. And again, Sundell playing with 3 fouls. She and Lee both these closing minutes of the third quarter. Gabby Gregory fighting with it for the ball with Lee. 6 seconds left in the quarter.
Great hands.
Miller gets it up and throws it over the backboard, but she didn't allow Kansas State a shot. Colorado outscored Kansas State 19-7 in the third quarter.
It's a lot of cookie.
We appreciate Elle, our producer, going and getting that for us. We have had a great time here in Manhattan, and we've had a good game here as Kansas State led by 2 at the half, and Colorado outscored them 19-7 in the third quarter, and are just playing more physical at this point as they are trying to go to back-to-back Sweet 16s. We're here in the Regional 2 in Albany. The winner of this game will advance and play the winner of Iowa and West Virginia that plays tomorrow.
Yeah, again, Colorado's getting their hands on a lot of basketballs. They're tipping. Their defense is so solid. And, let's see if K-State can capitalize on this unforced turnover by Colorado.
And what does Kansas State need to do? They were held to just 7 points in the third quarter. They were frustrated by the physical defense. There, they get the ball to Lee, who's double teamed, and then a foul called on Colorado. That's on Miller. That's her third.
Well, just be patient. They've got to find a way to get some easy baskets, K-State, and then come down here. You got to get some stops. You got to get some gaps down here.
Kansas State was just 3 of 15 from the field in the third quarter. Jalen Glenn muscling her way through, back irons it.
Yeah, I like that look. She's around the basket, taking a high percentage shot. Ball just didn't fall.
Conley taking it at Lee, who disrupts it again.
Lee did a great job of not fouling, making him shoot.
That one gets away from Gabby Gregory.
K-State, just slow down a little bit. It appears they're rushing, they're playing a little too fast right now.
18 turnovers for the Wildcats.
But she's got to drive to the basket.
Sherrod, no. So no scoring yet here in the fourth quarter. Colorado leaving the door open a little bit for Kansas State.
Nice.
And Lee takes advantage.
Well, there's no help. You got to go out and guard Sundell and just easy pass inside.
10 points, 11 rebounds for Sundell, the 11th double-double of the season, the 60th of her career. Foreman, a lot of contact there, but Jalen Glenn comes away with it. This time Sherrod can't catch up, and J.R. Payne calls the timeout. They've had some fourth quarter woes down the stretch here. They were up on Washington, were outscored. They still won the game, but against Washington State and Oregon State, they gave up leads and lost those games.
Yeah, well, and we need to really pay close attention. And it's about their shot selection. In those games, they didn't have great shot selection, and so we need to follow that this quarter and see where it leads them.
So that's why you got to think J.R. Payne called that timeout. Make sure everybody is on the same page. Way Miller, good rebound by Whitaker in the ball game, and then a jump ball. It will be possession arrow this end, but Sundell kind of landed on Charlotte Whitaker, who is slow to get up.
Yeah, I love Whitaker's effort. I love her effort here. She goes, pursues the basketball. You can't put the ball down. You just got to chin the basketball, kick it out.
And you could see she's in some pain as Serena Sundell landed right on her head. Beautiful play. What a block.
Again, you got to move Lee. She's a great shot blocker. She just great timing, long arms. Got to move her.
Riley Glenn missing that one. K-State 4 of 14 from beyond the arc.
Now there you go. Great vision by Colorado because there was a mismatch in there. Gregory had the post player.
Foul was called on Gregory, her second. We mentioned that Kansas State 4 of 14 from three-point range, but they're 0 for 6 here in the second half. Colorado advanced to the Sweet 16 last year when they beat Duke in overtime on their home court. And that's a 3-second call. Sherrod just lost track of where she was.
Yeah, she got to shoot it. If you get that close and you don't have it, just throw it up. You just got to throw it up.
She said, on me.
Yeah.
She realizes that was her error. She's going to come out and Kendall Wetta into the game.
I love Sherrod's defense, but K-State's doing great. They're backing off of her, and she's not shooting the ball outside very well. So they're putting in another shooter to try to take advantage of K-State's style of defense right now.
Wedo had a career-high 16 points yesterday in their first-round win over Drake. It opens up on the right side for Gregory, but she bounces off Miller and just throws it up.
A nice no call, just a bump.
It's been physical.
It has, and the game's physical, Brenda. It's how it's played.
Neither team have made a three-point shot here in the second half. That one gets away as great defensive effort from Briley Glenn.
Well, you got to pick up you can't dribble the basketball. You got to pick it up. Good stops for K-State right now on their defensive end.
Kansas State has been so good here at home this year. That's the benefit and the reward for a good season being a host. They're 16-1 at home. Their only loss, as they get a shot clock violation before Gregory got that one up. Their only loss at home was their last home game of the year against Iowa State. And yeah, Gabby Gregory still had the ball in her hands when the shot clock went off. Great defense by Miller.
Quay Miller's, she's been phenomenal on the defensive end. She forced Gregory to have a little shot fake and then shoot, and yeah, she didn't get it off.
See the officials. The officials are coming over. Tiffany Bird is saying the call on the floor is no shot clock violation, but they are going to check it.
The previous play is under review to determine whether the shot was released prior to the expiration of the shot clock.
Boy, and Miller made Gregory put the ball on the floor,
After
and it's
review,
still in
the
her
call on the floor
hands.
is confirmed.
Yeah, that didn't take
The
them
clock
long.
will be set to 5:19. Thank you.
Our officiating crew has done a terrific job
have.
going over, reviewing quickly, moving on. The Buffaloes making their first trip to Manhattan, Kansas since they left the Big 12 in 2011. Kansas State won that last game 13 years ago.
Yeah, this is the start of a big rivalry. You can just feel it in the air.
Colorado has not scored this quarter, and they get a foul on an illegal screen on Aronette Vonleh.
Yeah, Vonleh, stay still, because Sadler's doing a great job of using the screen, and that's who you need to have the ball in their hands right now on Colorado on offense.
So Colorado hasn't scored this quarter, but Kansas State's only scored 4 points. Another defensive swat by Vonleh.
She's been phenomenal today.
She didn't steal it, but she knocked it away, and Colorado came away with it. Weta is a threat to score.
I like this. I like right here with Sadler using the screen. I like that shot right there. She's really been money.
Misses that one. The ball gets knocked around. Miller goes to the floor, and it looks like Serena Sundell is on the floor on the baseline, and it will be Colorado basketball. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
I love bigs on the floor. I love it.
Naoka Lee goes to the floor. Aronette Vonleh goes to the floor.
This is when you know the game. It's important. Just both of them.
And so they say that Sundell is touching the ball when she's out of bounds, so it will be Colorado basketball. And Vonleh fouled by Aoka Lee. That's her 4th foul with 4:23 remaining. It will send Aronette Vonleh to the free throw line.
Just runs her off a baseline screen, and Aoka Lee was late, so she chose to foul.
Boy, a lot of players could not have withstood the Aoka Lee coming like that, but Aronette Vonleh, one of the strongest players in the NCAA in women's basketball. They've actually tested her hamstrings. She's in the 99th percentile in hamstring strength. She had a squat of 455 and a double rep bench press of 225. That's how strong this young woman is. She misses both free throws, but Quay Miller bails her out with the offensive rebound, and J.R. Payne calls the timeout.
Wow. Miller has just been, to me, Quay Miller everywhere today. Huge rebound on the free throw miss.
7 rebounds for Quay Miller to go along with 6 points. With this Colorado team, you have different players contributing in so many different ways. Well, for the 4th straight year, every NCAA Women's Championship game is on the networks of ESPN. For more information, go to ncaa.com, your home for all 90 NCAA championships. Quay Miller's dad, Eddie, looking on. He is reminding his daughter that 50 has 4 fouls. I think that's what he said. And let's check out our most reliable team, brought to you by Xfinity. The balanced scoring from J.R. Payne's team, but they haven't scored yet here in the 4th quarter and still haven't. Gregory, in and out.
Oh, I thought that was in. The angle where we were, I thought that was down.
She hasn't scored in this half, Gabby Gregory or Serena Sundell. Under 4 minutes to play with a trip to the Sweet 16 in Albany on the line. Miller, first basket of the 4th quarter for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, Miller just literally muscled that shot up.
K-State has some work to do against this tough Colorado defense. Gregory, will she get this one? She does.
Yeah, set play, running her off the screens.
This is Gabby Gregory's last game at Bramlage Coliseum. It could be Aoka Lee's last game. She's played 4 years, has not announced yet whether or not she is coming back. Colorado leading this game by 5. And a double dribble on Sadler.
Great defense by K-State. And Sadler, you can't, Colorado really has a tendency of getting too deep under the basket. You got Lee underneath there. You're not going to do anything with it.
Gabby Gregory missing that one.
Great look. Good set play off the break. Good look.
Sellout crowd here at Bramlage trying to make some noise while the Wildcats play defense. Sadler directing traffic. Pulls up. Got it.
That's her shot. That's her shot off the screen.
Mid-range jumper. She can make the plays, and she has today. 10 points now for Sadler.
And they're just going to try to run Gabby off of the 3. They either go inside or they're going to shoot a 3.
Glenn in traffic, tries to tip it in. You can't get it to go.
God, it almost looked like Lee knocked it out of her hands.
And J.R. Payne calling Kendall Wetta over to call out the play. Our time is on the side of Colorado at this point. Jalen Sherrod still on the bench for the Buffaloes. But Wetta running the point guard. Sadler comes and gets it. Hesitates. Puts her head down. Out to Miller, short.
Yeah.
And a shot clock violation, but the only good news for Colorado is they used the entire 30-second shot clock.
Yeah, and really solid defense by K-State, forcing the shot clock violation.
K-State needs to be in a hurry here. 1:13 remaining in the game. Nice cut by Glenn, missing, and she's fouled on the rebound. Was she fouled on the shot or on the rebound? As it is 2 shots on Miller, and that's her 4th foul. Jalen Sherrod checking back into the game. And Jalen Glenn at the free throw line. As what good work by Sadler as she goes to the bench with 10 points.
Number 21,
You know, let's anticipate Glenn makes these free throws that K-State's going to jump into a full-court press.
Kansas State's been to the free throw line just 7 times in this game. With that miss, they're 4 of 7. On the other side, Colorado 12 of 17. Jalen Glenn makes that one, and it's a 6-point ball game with 1:07 remaining. K-State picking up full court. Oh, just over the outstretched arms of Jalen Glenn.
K-State has, they've got fouls to give here.
So Jalen Glenn commits the foul. That's her 2nd. It is the 3rd team foul of the quarter, so they have 1 more to give. What's at stake in this game? 2nd straight Sweet 16 appearance. 2nd one in a row on the road for Colorado. 1st Sweet 16 appearance for Kansas State since 2002.
Wow.
Ooh, and that one almost got stolen as Witta had a hard time getting the ball out of her hands, and a quick foul on Walker.
Yeah, that was lucky by Colorado. Goodness gracious.
Substitutions in. Aoka Lee comes into the game, and Sundell for Kansas State. Foreman checks back in for Colorado.
Colorado's got to get open, Brenda. They're having a hard time getting open here.
Get the ball into Miller. And Gabby Gregory has 2 hands on Miller, and that will send Quay Miller to the free throw line. It's the 3rd foul on Gabby Gregory. Quay Miller, a 75% free throw shooter. She's 2 for 2 today. Connects on the 1st. Her dad looking on. She has been fantastic today. 9 points, 7 rebounds, a couple of assists, and clutch at the free throw line as she's 4 for 4.
2 big free throws.
Gabby Gregory puts the ball on the floor, and it slips out of her hands. And Sundell reaches in to send Frida Foreman, a 92% free throw shooter, to the line.
Boy, Colorado's just been, the feel of this game, they've gotten their hands on a lot of balls on the defensive end, and they've made K-State rush.
Frida Foreman makes the 1st. Longtime coach Sealberry, who had so much success at Colorado. I know watching from Sarasota, Florida, got to be proud of this group and the way they have played. She played a lot of games here in Manhattan, Kansas when they were in the same conference, and now Colorado up by 10. A lot of work to do for Kansas State, and then they step on the sideline, and Colorado can feel it right now.
Substitutions for K-State, number 1, Zion Walker, and number 21,
Kansas State still hasn't been back to the Sweet 16 since 2002. So much history in this program as Aoka Lee goes to the bench. She has played 4 years here We don't know if she's coming back for a 5th year. This may be the last time the All-American is on the court. Gabby Gregory, a 5th-year senior, also takes a seat. And Kansas State will send Foreman to the free throw line. What careers from those two young women. Gabby Gregory started her career at Oklahoma. She was an impact player for 3 years. She transferred here, was all Big 12 first team, all Big 12 honorable mention this year. And she is hoping she is not done yet as she comes back into the game. Aoka Lee set a single season record. The single game record was 61 points in a game 2 years ago. She's a 4-time all Big 12 first teamer and an All-American. And again, we don't know if this will be her last game in a Wildcat uniform, but she was held in check by this Colorado defense today, scoring just 10 points. Foreman misses the second free throw. Kansas State in a hurry. Gabby Gregory short on that attempt. And a jump ball called. It will stay Kansas State possession. 22.2 seconds remaining.
I've watched Gabby Gregory play. She's a competitor. She plays hard. She works hard. She's had a great career.
Hand off to Sundell. Drives in, fouled on the shot with 17.8 seconds remaining. Colorado coming in on the road last year, defeating Duke on their home court to advance to the Sweet 16. This year, they come into a sold-out arena here at Bramlage Coliseum. And checking into the game, Rebecca Dollinger, a senior, is going to take the place of Gabby Gregory.
Yeah, I feel for her. The coaching staff loves her. She's been a tremendous leader, and she's been really fun to watch.
She's getting the hug she deserves on the sideline. She has been a tremendous player in the Big 12 at both Oklahoma and the last 2 years at Kansas State. Heart-wrenching for her as Sundell misses both free throws, and that's just the way it's been here for Kansas State. Colorado wore them down and has outscored them 28-15 in the second half. And now it's time for our Capital One rewarding performance. When you talk about this second half performance, it was Tamia Sadler that really stepped up.
Yeah, we talked about somebody had to step up, especially in the fourth quarter, and hit big buckets, and she did just that. She attacked the basket. She really is great coming off the screen. She's got a really good mid-range jumper.
All 10 points in the second half, and while we did that, Aoka Lee went to the bench. And again, we don't know if Aoka Lee will be coming back for a 5th year. She has that opportunity. She's the all-time shot blocker, the all-time leading rebounder, the all-time scoring average leader in K-State history. But will she be back for a 5th year? She said she'll decide after the season. As Colorado came in here and did their work. They were physical on defense, they were outstanding on offense, and the Colorado Buffaloes are going back to the Sweet 16 for the 2nd year in a row.
Right, just a gutsy performance by Colorado, and they hung in there. Their defense separated them in this game today.